started with a question. Do you know what fear is? The alien asked it with a smile, sharp and cruel. Lieutenant Sarah Khan sat in the center of a dark metal room. Her wrists were chained to the floor. Her boots were gone. Her mouth was bleeding, but her eyes were calm. She didn't answer. The alien stepped closer. Tall, gray-skinned, eyes glowing like hot coals. We have crushed 12 planets, burned 5 moons. Not one screamed as much as your kind. So tell me, human, what is your fear? Sarah slowly raised her head. You'll find out, she said. The alien blinked. That wasn't the answer he expected. 48 hours earlier, the UNS Driftwing floated silently near a dead star. The science team was collecting radiation samples. It was supposed to be routine. No threats, no signals, no problems. But then came the shadow. A massive ship, dark like space, appeared without warning. It swallowed the Driftwing like a whale eating a fly. Inside the chaos, crew members screamed. Alarms blared. Sarah fought to reach the bridge. She saw her captain die, her pilot disappear in smoke. And then a blast. Pain. Darkness. Now she was here. Alone. Wounded. Watched. They thought she was just a soldier. They were wrong. Day 3. Alien prison deck. Ship Varric. Sarah sat still, listening. The room looked empty, but she could hear soft footsteps. She counted them. 3 guards. 1 watching from the shadows. 1 behind the glass. They were always watching. She closed her eyes and breathed. 1, 2, 3 now. A small vibration buzzed near her neck. No one else could hear it. Unit Alpha signal confirmed. Neural link active. Her eye twitched. A chip inside her brain turned on. It scanned the room. It scanned the ship. Scanning security. Weak firewall detected. The alien returned. The same one with the smug voice. His name was Thalzek, a high-ranking interrogator. He stepped into the room and tossed a strange device on the floor. It beeped and hummed. Lie detector, he said. Speak now or scream later. Sarah tilted her head. You want lies or truth? She asked. Truth. She smiled. Your ship has 5 hours left. What? For now. Thalzek growled. He walked up and slapped her. Her head snapped to the side. Blood hit the floor. She looked back up, eyes still calm. You done? She asked. He left in anger. But as the door closed, Sarah leaned back and whispered. Override code. Omega 9. In the ship's core, something changed. A camera blinked. A door unlocked without sound. Somewhere deep in the engine room, a power relay rerouted itself. The ship didn't know it yet, but it was already under her control. Earth, secret base echelon point. A radar technician stood up fast. Sir, we caught a burst signal from deep space. Encrypted. But it's ours. The general stepped forward. Whose tag? Lieutenant Sarah Khan. The room fell silent. I thought she was dead. No, sir. She's alive. And sending us coordinates. The general gave one nod. Prepare the Valkyrie fleet. Humans don't leave their own behind. Back on Varric. Sarah unlocked her chains with one blink. The cuffs clicked open. A guard turned just in time to see her leap forward. One strike, his weapon was hers now. She moved like water. No wasted motion. One by one, she took them down. Silent, fast, precise. Her stolen weapon hummed in her hand. She scanned the hallway. 5 paths. She picked the one that smelled like oil and fire. That meant the engine room. Thalzek screamed into the comms. Stop her. She is escaping. But doors refused to lock. Screens blinked and turned to static. His own access code was denied. Error. Human override detected. Sarah entered the engine core. Her chip pulsed faster. She placed her hand on the control panel. Command Ghost Protocol. Erase logs. Stealth engage. Begin jump countdown. A screen lit up. Jump drive activating. 5 minutes. She turned to the security camera. You wanted to know fear? She said. You're living it now. Alien Council ship, 2 light years away. A message played on their command screens. No origin traceable. No way to block it. A woman's voice spoke, calm and clear. You messed with the wrong species. You took one of us. Now we're coming for all of you. The alien warship Varicthul drifted silently through space. But inside, it was burning. Not with fire, but with panic. Red lights flashed across every corridor. Systems glitched. Doors locked and unlocked without warning. Soldiers ran through smoke-filled halls, shouting in their strange tongue. And at the center of the chaos was a human, Lieutenant Sarah Khan. She wasn't running anymore. She was walking, calm, focused, covered in bruises, her uniform torn, holding a stolen alien rifle in one hand and a hacking chip in the other. She moved like someone who knew exactly what she was doing. Alien command room, same time. Commander Thalzek paced in a circle, claws twitching. Monitors around him blinked with static and warnings. Stop her, he shouted. Seal every door. Cut off power. Shut it all down. We tried, said his engineer. She has control of the system. She's one creature. No, sir. She's more than that. Back in the engine room, Sarah inserted the chip into a panel. The screen lit up. Neural uplink confirmed. Tactical link established. Auto-transmit enabled. She smiled. That meant her signal had reached Earth. Someone knew she was alive. And that meant payback was coming. Earth, United Human Defense Command. General Elena Brooks stood in front of a round table. Around her sat world leaders, military officials, and scientists. We've received a ping, she said. Lieutenant Khan survived the alien capture. What's the situation? Asked the Indian Defense Chair. She's inside their warship. Alone. And she has already taken over half the ship systems. One soldier? Asked someone, shocked. General Brooks gave a cold smile. She's not just a soldier. She's part of Project Aegis. Murmurs filled the room. You mean, she's enhanced? More than that, Brooks said. She is trained to be the first weapon of human retaliation. Alien War Council Unknown Sector. 12 alien leaders gathered in a floating chamber of crystal light. Holograms showed the chaos on Varicthul. One human is doing this? Asked a pale-skinned warlord. Impossible. Humans are weak. This one isn't, said another. And she's not alone anymore. What do you mean? The hologram zoomed out. Ships were moving. Human ships. A whole fleet. Back on Varicthul. Sarah stood in front of a blast door. It was thick, tall, humming with alien energy. Behind it, a prototype weapon the aliens were developing. Something dangerous. She raised the stolen rifle and aimed it at the door panel. 3 shots. Sparks. The door hissed open. Inside, the weapon glowed red and silver. Twice the size of her, shaped like a floating cannon, but alive. Breathing. She smiled again. Let's see what your own toys can do. She touched the control panel. The weapon's AI scanned her. Paused. Then accepted her command. New user recognized. Human. Power activated. In space, human ships entered the sector. The largest one, UHS Valkyrie, led the group. Inside the bridge, Captain Rajan Malik stood tall, arms crossed. Target ship detected. Varicthul. Signal from Khan confirmed. She's inside. Orders? Asked the pilot. Raj didn't blink. We go in. The human fleet split into battle formation. Light-class ships moved fast, circling like wolves. Heavy cruisers locked weapons. The aliens were shocked. They thought humans would hide. Wait, beg for peace. They didn't expect war. Inside Varicthul, Sarah activated the weapon. Its energy field wrapped around her. She felt lighter, faster, stronger. Her vision sharpened. Her body healed slowly. Weapon linked. Combat suit enhanced. Time to finish this, she whispered. Commander Thalzek screamed as the power in the control room cut out again. Where is she now? A soldier turned, terrified. She's inside the vault chamber, with the exocannon. She activated it. That's impossible. No, sir, the soldier said. She is the weapon now. Sarah blasted through the next corridor. Alien troops ran, but their weapons jammed. Systems refused to obey. She was everywhere in their ship now. Not just flesh and blood, but code, signal, and steel. The humans didn't send peace talks. They sent a warning. Return our soldier, or lose your fleet. The aliens didn't respond. So Earth fired first. From the Valkyrie, a glowing beam shot across space, tearing through the nearest alien cruiser, cracked like glass, exploded into a blue fireball. The humans didn't cheer. They were calm, cold, precise. This wasn't revenge. This was a lesson. Sarah reached the top of the control tower. Dozens of aliens waited, weapons raised. She didn't stop. She walked straight into them. The screen went black. A new message flashed. You thought we were soft. You thought we would run. Now you'll run from us. Your ships are falling. Your code is broken. Your weapons obey her. Explain how one human is doing this. The alien warlord slammed his fist on the crystal table. Cracks formed on its glowing surface. A dozen alien commanders sat in silence. Their eyes flicked to the screen behind him. It showed Sarah Khan, floating inside the engine room of the alien warship Varric, surrounded by smoke and blinking lights. Her body glowed faint blue. The armor she wore, half human, half alien tech, moved with her like it was alive. She wasn't just fighting anymore. She was evolving. Hours earlier, Varric Biolab. The room was sealed. Temperature below freezing. Air poisonous to humans. Walls layered with alien biotech. Sarah didn't care. She kicked the door open with her enhanced boots. Her suit's AI adjusted her oxygen. Tiny bots inside her blood began to adapt. Her muscles tightened. Her eyes shifted from green to silver. Warning, the suit said. Environment toxic. Adapting DNA. Good, she whispered. On the far wall, alien scientists watched in panic. One shouted into a communicator. She's inside Lab 9. She's breathing our air. That's impossible. She's rewriting herself, another said, frozen in fear. No, that's not human anymore. Sarah stepped toward the glowing chamber in the center. Inside floated a glass tank filled with living nanites, tiny machines that could build or destroy anything. They were the alien's secret weapon. She placed her hand on the glass. The nanites froze, then moved toward her palm. Unit recognizes pattern. Merging. The tank whispered. The glass cracked. Human command ship, UHS Valkyrie. Captain Raj stood on the bridge, watching Sarah's live feed through her neural link. She found the nanite core, the tech officer said. Will it kill her? Asked Raj. Sir, it's bonding with her. That doesn't sound good. No, sir. It sounds terrifying. For them. Alien Command Corps. On the Varric, Commander Thalzek screamed. Send in shock troops. Take her down. Sir, none of our weapons are working. What do you mean? Her presence is corrupting our systems. Every floor she walks on, our firewalls drop. Cameras shut down. Drones reboot under her control. She's a virus? No, sir. She's worse. Varric, Central Core. Sarah opened her eyes. Her body felt strange. Stronger. Sharper. Quieter. Her suit had become one with her skin. Her thoughts controlled the alien tech like it was an extension of her arm. She wasn't just a soldier now. She was a storm. The walls lit up with red warning lights. Troops poured in from every side. Over 30 armed aliens surrounded her. She didn't blink. They fired. Their energy blasts hit a shield she didn't even activate. It formed by instinct, protecting her like armor made of thought. Her turn. She raised her hand. No weapon. Just will. Every alien weapon in the room melted. Dropped to the ground. Some of them screamed. Others ran. You should have studied humans better, she said. We break, but then we come back stronger. You adapt? She smiled. We become the threat. On Earth, global broadcast hacked by humans. Screens across alien colonies lit up. A human general appeared. This message is for all hostile species. You took one of ours. You tested our limits. You wanted to know what humans do when pushed? The screen split to show Sarah Khan, eyes glowing, walking through the Varicthul like a queen on fire. We adapt. You die. Alien High Council emergency meeting. A warlord stood, panicked. We must retreat. She controls their fleet now. That's not possible. She just hijacked our dreadnought using thought. Another slammed the table. We should have destroyed Earth when we had the chance. Now Earth is coming for us. Back on Varicthul. Sarah walked onto the bridge of the ship. Every console turned on as she entered. The ship obeyed her now. She sat in the commander's chair. Show me their star maps, she said. The stars appeared. Her voice dropped low. Now I know where to go next. She pressed one button. The ship turned, headed toward the alien capital. A final message echoed across the stars. You messed with humans? Now we mess with you. Do you smell that? A young alien pilot looked up from his console. His commander, a tall creature with cracked armor, stood near the window of their orbiting station. Smell what, sir? Fear. The commander pointed at the stars. Far in the distance, tiny dots of light appeared. First, they looked like blinking stars. But they were not stars. They were human warships. Outer orbit near planet Varan 6. Alien colony. 20 alien battle cruisers waited above the clouds. Big, powerful, armed with plasma cannons and shield generators. They thought they were ready. They thought they would win. But they had no idea what was coming. Inside one of the human ships, UHS Valkyrie, Captain Raj stood with both hands behind his back, eyes locked on the screen. Around him, crew members moved fast, faces serious. Fleet is in position, said the pilot. Enemy numbers? Raj asked. 20 alien ships, 3 destroyers, 1 command carrier. And us? Raj raised one eyebrow. 12 ships, 3 stealth class, 1 prototype cruiser. They have the numbers, Raj said, smiling slightly. But we have the reason. Behind them, another monitor flickered. It showed Sarah Khan no longer just human. Her body glowed faintly. Her armor pulsed like a heartbeat. Her voice came through the speaker. Give me 5 minutes inside their command carrier. That's all I need. Raj gave the order. Open a path. Inside Sarah's captured ship, the Varicthul. Sarah stood alone on the bridge of the enemy's own warship. Screens all around her showed maps, enemy positions, weak spots. The ship was now hers. It moved at her command. Faster, smarter, angrier. She had become a storm in human skin. Let's go say hello. Space battle begins. The silence of space broke. Human ships burst forward like arrows. Alien ships responded, firing blue plasma rounds. Explosions lit up the sky like fireworks. One human cruiser was hit, but before it fell, it launched a drone swarm that hacked into the enemy's engine systems. Another alien ship spun out of control. On the ground, alien citizens watched the sky in terror. It looked like the heavens were on fire. Inside the command carrier, alarms screamed. We're under attack. Where is she? Where is the human? Suddenly, the lights went black. One by one, alien screens blinked. A message appeared in red. Hello again. Still think we're weak? Sarah had already boarded the command carrier. Not with troops, but alone. She moved through the halls like a shadow. Bullets couldn't touch her. Doors opened for her. Walls bent to her will. Alien guards screamed and ran. She didn't speak. She didn't shoot. She just walked. And everything around her broke. The alien captain of the ship hid in his chamber, shaking. She's not human, he whispered. She's the end. Outside, Captain Raj watched the command carrier flicker with blue sparks. Khan is inside. The ship is falling. Should we assist? Asked his officer. Raj shook his head. No. Let her finish it. Sarah reached the core. A giant pulsing reactor protected by energy fields and alien tech. She placed her hand on it. The system asked for identification. Unit not recognized, it said. She leaned in and whispered, I don't need to be recognized. I need you to break. She focused. Her neural link spiked. The core began to melt. Alien homeworld, high command tower. Across the galaxy, the alien king stood before his advisors. They are burning our sky, one shouted. She took our most powerful ship, said another. What do we do now? The king said nothing. He looked up at the stars. And for the first time in his long rule, he felt fear. Back in battle, the command carrier exploded in silence, sending shockwaves through space. The alien fleet, confused and leaderless, began to retreat. Some ships were hacked. Others were destroyed. The rest fled. Inside the Valkyrie, the humans didn't cheer. They didn't smile. They only watched the burning sky. Captain Raj spoke softly. They started this. We'll finish it. On every human screen, a final message was broadcast. To those watching, we tried peace. You forced war. Now we will show you how humans burn. Sir, something is wrong with our soldiers. The alien general turned sharply. What do you mean wrong? They're shaking, screaming. They say they hear her voice in their heads. Whose voice? The human. Silence filled the command hall. Then, far away in the ship's walls, a low hum began, like whispers moving through the wires. 2 hours earlier, alien bio-research vessel, Silencer class. Deep inside the ship, dozens of alien scientists worked on samples from Earth. Blood, bones, DNA fragments. They believed they could use it to build weapons. But they didn't know what was inside the blood. Especially not Sarah Khan's. Sarah had once been just a soldier. Now her blood was something else. Alive, learning, breeding. The lab's computer suddenly beeped. Warning. Foreign code detected in biostorage. Mutation accelerating. Containment breach likely. The scientists ran to the tanks. Too late. One of the samples had cracked. The blood inside was moving, crawling up the glass. It wasn't just blood anymore. It was a message. Meanwhile, Sarah's current location. Inside a stolen alien scout ship, Sarah sat with her eyes closed. Her armor pulsed slowly. The nanites in her veins whispered. She had sent a piece of herself into the alien system. Not her body, not her mind, just a drop of her blood. It was enough. Status? She asked the ship's AI. Infection rate, 38% across enemy communications. Nice, she said softly. They tried to break me, she whispered. Now I'll break their code. On board the Silencer-class ship, soldiers began dropping their weapons. Their helmets sparked. Their eyes twitched. One screamed and started smashing the wall with his own hands. Make it stop, he yelled. She's in my head. In the control room, the ship's mainframe started playing a soft sound. A heartbeat. Slow and steady. Then, a voice. You wanted to control us. But humans are not built for cages. Now you wear the chains. Human fleet, command bridge. Captain Raj stood with his officers. The virus is working? He asked. Dr. Malik, Earth's top cyberbiologist, nodded. Her blood contains programmable nanites. We didn't design them like this. They're growing. Growing. She's evolving faster than science can explain. Can we still trust her? Raj asked quietly. She hasn't turned on us, Malik replied. But I don't think she's just fighting for Earth anymore. Alien homeworld, defense grid collapse. Sirens screamed across the sky. Satellites exploded. Drones crashed to the ground. The defense systems didn't fail. They obeyed new code. Code that came from a single drop of blood. A drop that now existed across half the galaxy's networks. In the palace, the alien emperor gasped. This is war without weapons. She's not attacking with ships. She's rewriting our systems. This isn't war, one advisor said, trembling. It's extinction. Inside Sarah's ship. She opened her eyes. They still think I want to kill them, she said. I don't. I want them to know fear first. Real fear. The kind humans feel when they lose everything. She stood and walked to the window. Planet spun below. A major alien hub. No weapons. No army. Just cities. But Sarah wasn't here to drop bombs. She was already inside. In every screen, on every alien billboard, her face appeared. You took my people. You broke our laws. You burned our ships. And now you ask, what did we do to deserve this? You picked the wrong species. The screens shattered after her last word. On the planet, machines stopped working. Shields failed. Factories shut down. No explosions. No blood. Just silence. And panic. Alien Council transmission, final call. A secret meeting was held. The last of the alien leaders appeared via hologram. We need peace, one said. She doesn't want peace, another replied. She wants control. No, a third said, eyes wide. She already has it. Back on Earth Human Council room. General Elena Brooks received a message. Not through standard channels, but directly into her private neural link. Sarah's voice. I'm not done yet. Let them feel what we felt. When they beg, you decide. Brooks looked at the screen. Half the alien fleet had surrendered. The rest were breaking down without a single shot fired. And if they don't beg? She asked. Silence. Then came the cold reply. Then we finish what they started. There is a ship coming through the clouds. The alien child stood by the broken window, pointing at the sky. It's big. Her father rushed to pull her away. But it was too late. The sky had already turned black. It wasn't a storm. It was Sarah Khan's ship. And she wasn't hiding anymore. Orbit above planet Nreth. Alien homeworld. The Varric-Thul, once the most feared alien warship, now flew with a new symbol. Earth's flag, painted across its armored side. It hovered just above the alien capital. Engines silent. Weapons off. But its presence was louder than any explosion. Inside the ship, Sarah Khan stood at the main window. She watched the alien cities below. Tall towers, silver roads, blue fields, children playing, families hiding. Her armor didn't glow now. Her voice was calm, but her eyes held fire. They fear we came to destroy them, she said. But destruction would be easy. She looked to her side. Captain Raj stood with her, quiet. What do we do? He asked. We land, Sarah replied. We give them one chance. Alien High Command, last meeting. The alien emperor sat on a steel throne, crown cracked from pressure. Reports screamed across his table. Cities offline. Defense grids down. Atmosphere shields hacked. His advisors begged for action, but he just stared at the screen. Sarah's face had appeared on every channel. No threat. No demand. Just 3 words. This is ours. Ground level Sarah's landing. A bright beam shot down from the Varric-Thul. It opened a perfect circle in the capital center square. Sarah stepped out, alone. No army. No guns. No helmet. Just her. Aliens gathered around rooftops, watching. Some had weapons. Most were shaking. She looked up at the main building, the palace, and she started walking toward it. Inside the palace, the emperor watched her approach through his window. One soldier turned to him. Shall we shoot her? He shook his head. We already tried that. And now she walks in daylight, like she owns our son. Sarah entered the palace. Guards moved aside. She reached the throne room without a single word. The emperor stood. He was tall, dignified, wounded by failure. Why are you here? He asked. To conquer. Sarah looked around the hall. You already conquered yourselves, she said. I'm here to give you a choice. She walked forward step by step. The emperor asked, what choice? She raised one hand. A small projector lit up the air with a glowing image. It showed a human child holding hands with an alien child. Behind them, Earth and Nreth, connected by light. Peace, she said. Real peace. No chains. No secrets. We don't want to rule you. She paused. But we will never kneel to you again. The emperor's voice cracked. You destroyed our fleets. Turned our ships into ghosts. You infected our systems. And now you want us to trust you? Sarah nodded slowly. Yes, because humans remember pain, and we don't want anyone else to feel what we felt. He laughed bitterly. And if we refuse? Sarah turned, slowly, her voice flat. Then this planet won't belong to anyone anymore. The floor trembled beneath her feet. Outside, clouds twisted. Above, 10 human ships hovered in formation. Each one armed, each one waiting. The Emperor stepped back. His legs felt weak. You'd wipe us out? No, Sarah replied. But Earth would. She tapped her wrist. A soft beep echoed. I'm the only reason your sky still exists. Suddenly, a child ran into the hall. The same girl from earlier. She looked at Sarah. Not with fear, but with curiosity. Sarah smiled. What's your name? The girl hesitated. Yenna. Sarah kneeled. Do you want to grow up in war, Yenna? No, the child whispered. Then tell them, Sarah said, looking back at the leaders. Tell them what kind of world you want. The silence in the room was heavy. Finally, the Emperor lowered his head. We surrender. But not just in fear. In hope. Hours later across the galaxy, screens lit up with a new signal. Not a warning. Not a threat. A treaty. Earth and Nreth enter peace alliance. Weapons deactivated. Borders open. Alien crowds looked up in shock. Some cheered. Others cried. But no one fired a shot. In the orbit human command ship, Raj stood next to Sarah. You did it, he said. Sarah didn't smile. No, she said. She did it. She pointed to a screen showing Yenna and her parents now free. This isn't about war. It's about making sure war ends with us. Far away, across dead planets and broken fleets, a few alien warlords watched in the dark. They didn't cheer. They didn't accept peace. They planned something else. Because even when one war ends, another begins. She gave us peace. We gave her silence. The last words of the alien emperor echoed through the ruined hall, long after the message ended. Sarah Khan had offered a hand. Some took it, but others, they sharpened their blades in the shadows. 1 week later, deep space, Sector 9. A hidden fleet moved through the dark side of space. No lights, no signals. 12 alien warlords, survivors of lost worlds, had gathered. Earth is growing too strong, one said. We must end it now. She blinded the others with peace, another hissed. But we remember what humans are. Their plan was simple, one final strike. No warning, no mercy, no survivors. Earth outer orbit. A small station picked up movement. Fast, cold, clean. Within seconds, an alert was triggered. Captain Raj, sitting in Earth's new orbital command ship UHS Horizon, received the report. Unknown ships approaching at silent speed. Heading straight for Earth. Raj stood. They waited for the quiet to strike, he said. But they forgot who gave them that quiet. Planet Nreth, now an ally. Sarah Khan walked among the alien children. No armor, no weapons, just calm. Peace was real finally. She helped build farms, schools, new bridges of trust. But as she stared at the stars, she felt something cold in her chest. They're coming, she whispered, and her armor, long asleep, suddenly reactivated. Threat detected. Prepare for final engagement. In the shadows, the enemy speaks. The warlords sent a galaxy-wide message. This is our last warning. Surrender Earth. Hand over Sarah Khan. Or witness extinction. Earth's response? Silence. But only for a moment. Then came Sarah's voice. It didn't come from a broadcast tower. It came from inside their systems. From the stars. From the air. From their own screens. Her voice was clear. You had peace. You chose war. You want extinction? Fine. But it won't be ours. Battle for the future begins. In the orbit of Earth, human warships formed a circle. Not to protect themselves, but to trap the incoming enemy. The alien fleet rushed in, confident, fast, angry. But they didn't know the truth. Sarah wasn't just waiting. She was already inside their fleet. As the enemy launched missiles, their systems shut down. Their shields blinked off. Their engines reversed. What is this? What's happening? She's in the ships, one pilot screamed. She's rewriting us. On the lead enemy cruiser, Sarah appeared on every screen. Not a message. Live. Eyes glowing. Skin marked with code. You called me a virus, she said. You were right. But I don't spread to destroy. I spread to remind you, humans don't kneel. Suddenly, the human fleet opened fire. Clean. Precise. No mistakes. Alien ships exploded in silent waves of blue fire. Some tried to escape, but their own engines betrayed them. Their systems refused to run. Sarah had already won. Final warlord, last words. The final enemy leader stood on the bridge of his dying ship. He looked at Earth from afar, burning with rage. He opened a direct channel to Sarah. Why not kill us faster? He asked. Why watch us suffer? Sarah's reply was cold. Because your people watched us burn for years. This is your lesson. He coughed, bleeding. Then finish it. Sarah paused, then spoke her final words. Humanity gave you a chance. You wasted it. Goodbye. The screen cut to black. Her last command echoed across every star system. Shut them down. And so it ended. 1 month later, Earth and Reth united. The war was over. No alien fleet remained. No threat moved in the shadows. Peace, real peace, had arrived. And Sarah? She didn't return to Earth as a general. She returned as a guardian. Loved by humans. Respected by aliens. Feared by those still watching in secret. A new message begins. Somewhere, deep in an asteroid belt, a quiet signal plays in a loop. Sarah's voice. Calm. Warning. To any new threat listening. We are humans. We were soft once. Not anymore. This galaxy isn't yours. This time, it's our planet now.